A very good morning and a warm welcome to all. Today we will discuss something interesting about the various competitive examinations in homeopathy, like the state PSC examination, UPSC, and the All India Ayush postgraduate entrance examinations, etc. So we are discussing the nutshell points only. So listen to the sessions very carefully. At the outset, I would like to for arranging a webinar, especially for the students and the graduates in homeopathy. So we will discuss something about the effective methods to reach the goal. Set a goal, make a plan, get to work, stick to it, and reach the goal. Can you hear me? So, make a plan, get to work, stick to it, and reach the goal. That is what we are going to discuss. So the smart work is more important than hard work. For preparing for a competitive examination, the smart work is important than hard work. Please, pictures. The first one is smart work. Hard work. We are going to discuss about the smart work for a competitive examinations. Give a man a fish, you feed him. A man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. The second one, that is what we are going to discuss, how to fish rather than giving a fish. So listen to the sessions very carefully. So my first request, empty your cup. A full cup cannot accept anything more. Even if you are a teacher or a student or a postgraduate or a practitioner or a medical officer, never think that I will know everything. Because if a person who thinks that he had learned a lot and will stagnate quickly and not move to higher levels, this is very difficult. And remember, even the teachers have teachers. And this is very true in the case of competitive examination also. Always think that still I have to learn a lot. I learned only little, still I have to learn a lot to succeed in this exam. So empty your cup. Now, what is the biggest challenge faced in an online examination? Anybody can answer? What is the biggest challenge faced in an online examination? Anybody? Because we are familiar with online examination. Yes, time management, net issue. Okay, very good, very good. Okay. So the reading speed, that is the most difficult task. Reading speed in a computer screen is 10%. So the reading speed in a computer screen is 10% lower than on a paper. The difference is more if you are not familiar with online reading, especially if you are not familiar with online reading, and you can in loading pages and images. So in that case, skip to next question. Never wait for loading that images. And for the time being, you can navigate forward and backward through the questions, but that is not possible in allopathy PG entrance examination. For the time being, in Kerala PSC, you can navigate forward and backward questions. So always remember the reading speed is much slower than that on a paper. So the next question, how we can overcome it. Can you hear me? Anybody? Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. So how to overcome it? The first point, practice as many online mock tests as possible. Second one. Third one, follow websites with the questionnaires. And the fourth point, that is download mobile applications. Today, I will give you everything. We will practice as many. I will give you the clues towards how to practice a mock test, how to enroll for an online test series, how to follow the website with the questionnaires. I will give you some good websites and also some good website mobile applications for the preparation. Okay. Now the pattern of questions in any of the competitive examination, 50% answered by an average student, by above average student, and 20% that is very difficult to answer. This is a question paper pattern in majority of the competitive examination. 50% answered by an average student, 30% by above average student, and 20% that seems to be very difficult while dealing with the last 20% because of the negative marks, Now, this is I would like to discuss something about the number of the question papers, or I mean the division among the pattern of questions. And this is an example of the Kerala MD entrance examination previously. 6 from physiology, 6 from biochemistry, and 5 from pathology. Like that, they have division for all the 12 subjects of BHMS. So they will ask question from all the 12 subjects. This is true in the case of almost all the national level examination also. And this is the AIAPGET question paper. They started from anatomy and up to repertory. They asked a lot of questions from all the 12 subjects. Remember, they will ask question from all the 12 subjects of the BHMS syllabus. You can download this question paper from our website. That is a Homeopathy. Now the division of questions in AIAPGET, that's for the 2017 and for the 2018 also. Remember, no division among the subjects. Previously, they will ask some question for 6 questions from anatomy, 6 from physiology, like that. But there is no such division in AIAPGET examination. So they will ask question from all the 12 subjects, and the negative mark is there. 0.25 mark is the negative mark. Total questions, that is 100 questions. And total time, that is only 90 minutes. That means 1.5 hours for answering the 100 questions. Time to answer one question, that is less than 1 minute. Some question you can ask, you can answer within 1 minute, but some questions you can read. You have to read a big paragraph, then answer. So that will take more time. So always remember, time to answer for a question, that is less than 1 minute. Now, some good advices. It is better to avoid heavy food just before the examination. Never take a chicken curry and paratha or some other thing just before the examination. Because digestion, not on your question paper. Your brain will concentrate on your digestion, not on your question paper. So take light food only and take more vegetables and fresh water during the preparation period. And avoid smoking, excess of tea, drinks, because that may decrease your energy. Initially, if you are taking a carbonated drinks like Pepsi, Coke, or coffee, you will get initially some boosting, but that ultimately will decrease your energy. So it is better to avoid taking the stimulants. And the last point that is very, very important: sleep deprivation will result in decreased mental alertness. Never try to rehearse or revise the entire all the 12 subjects of the BHMS syllabus in the night before. Never try to revise, but go to the bed early, because that will decrease the sleep deprivation will result in the decreased mental alertness. Alertness means you have to answer for a question just by seeing it. So the last point that is very mental alertness. And something interesting about our memory. We may forget more than 75% of the topics within the 24 to 48 hours. After attending a class or a seminar, whatever it may be, we may forget more than hours. So, suppose if you are reading the Materia Medica from aconite to zinc metallicum, at the end, no aconite, no zinc metallicum. And if you start reading from infection to no CNS, how to overcome this problem, how to memorize more, that we will discuss. So my humble request that is, if you are reading the aconite today, read the aconite tomorrow and day after tomorrow also. If you are reading the infection today, read infection tomorrow and read the infection day after tomorrow. So 2 to 3 times within 2 to 3 days. That is the only possible way to memorize more things. In that case, you can memorize more than 75% of the topics. So never try to read from aconite to zinc metallicum or infection to the same subjects or the same topic 2 to 3 times within 2 to 3 days. Now, something about another about the memory. The revision, that is the most important thing in any competitive examination. Exam is nothing but a recall of memory. Exam is nothing but is important. At least 3 revision that is required. Now, how to read for a competitive examination? Reading for a university examination is entirely different from reading for a competitive examination. That is entirely different. So I will give some clue towards that. This is from one keynote. Which of the following symptoms are common to Calibake, Epis, and Lacaninum? These are all from the previous question paper. Read it very carefully. Which of the following symptoms are common to Calibake, Epis, and Lacaninum? A. Shifting. Restlessness with a dry tongue. C. Offensiveness with forgetfulness. D. Delayed, painful, scanty menses with increased sexual desire and weeping. So give your answer here, please. Which of the following symptoms are Lacaninum? There are a lot of answers like A, B, C, D. Okay. Good. Now, please go through the next slide. Please read the Calibake in Allen's keynote. Pain in small spots can be covered with the points of finger. Ignatia. Shift rapidly from one part to another. The medicine given in the bracket are Calisulf, Lacaninum, and Pulsatilla. Shift pain rapidly from one part to another. Calisulf, Lacaninum, and Pulsatilla. And remember, the Epis is not given in the bracket. So that's the point. So Epis is not given in the bracket after the symptom, shifting pain under the Calibake chronicum. Make special attempt to collect all the remedies. Means the medicines are represented in the bracket. We should be very careful while reading the Allen's keynote and Borik's Materia Medica. We should thorough with the medicines that are given in the bracket also. They will ask question like this. So in this case, shifting pain, that is not included. Okay. So very careful while reading the Allen's keynote and Boric. Which of the following is not correct in respect of bad effects of tobacco? Which of the following is not correct? Remember, not correct. Phosphorus, tobacco heart, Ignatia hiccup, Naxamica, occipital headache and vertigo, sepia, right-sided facial neuralgia. Which may be the answer? Some has given the correct answer. Now, this is from the relationship section of the tabacum in Allen's keynote. Just to read the tabacum. Antidotes for the abuse of tobacco are Ipecac for excessive nausea and vomiting, Arsenical for the bad effects of tobacco chewing, Naxomica for the next morning after smoking. Now read the headache and vertigo. The correct answer for the Naxomica is for the gastric symptom next morning after smoking. Phosphorus, palpitation, tobacco, annoying hiccup from tobacco chewing. So like that the remedies are given. So the relationship section, that's the most important part in Alinsky note. Always remember with the relationship section of Alinsky note in each remedy. So there, that means not. So you must take utmost care reading the Materia Medica, like the Alinsky note or this Boric's Materia Medica. Now try to answer for this interesting question. It's from the previous question paper. Which one of the correct order of remedies that matches with ameliorates by coffee, aggravates coffee, and desire for coffee? Which one of the following is the correct order of remedies that matches with ameliorates by coffee, aggravates by coffee, and desire? These are all from the previous national level examination question papers. So A, B, C, D. So which one is the correct answer? Is C. C is the correct answer. Ignatia, that's ameliorates by coffee, and angustra, that is desire for coffee. So more than a superficial knowledge is not sufficient to answer this type of question. You got the point? So we have to study like this. Consider the following symptoms. Read it very carefully. Stool partially expelled recedes. That's the first symptom. Much urging but inability to expel. Third one, stool lies in rectum without urging until the. And the fourth symptom, stool hard. Similar symptoms, be careful about this. Which of the above are indication for sanicula? Whether 2 and 3 or 1 and 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1 only. This, for answering this type of questions, more than superficial knowledge is required. And in-depth knowledge in the Materia Medica is required for answering this type of questions. Symptoms are more or less similar, but the exact words used in the textbook, the exact words there in the question paper. The correct answer in this case is B. B is the correct answer. That is 1 and 3 only. That is stool partially expelled and received. That's one. And stool lies in the rectum without urging until there is a large accumulation. So 1 and 3 only. This type of question that is superficial knowledge is not at all sufficient, but an in-depth knowledge in the subject is required. You got the point. So these are all questions from the previous question papers. So the biggest irony is, one day before the examination, I became the most religious person on the earth. Became the most religious person on the earth. And my sound advice, it is better to uninstall the WhatsApp or uninstall the Facebook, or at least you must have some control over it for the time being. Okay? Yes. Now, there is a planning. How to plan your studies. Plan your studies months prior to the examination. And the second point that is very, very important. Make notes in a separate paper in an abbreviated form. Remember, dear students or candidates, all the 12 subjects of the BHMS, but that should be in an abbreviated form. That should be in an abbreviated form, not a detailed form. So or in a train or in a flight or waiting for somebody or in the bedroom. So you have to keep this note throughout your lifetime until the examination. So make your own notes on all the 12 subjects of the BHMS in an abbreviated form and keep this note always while going to bed or waiting for somebody, etc. So this is a highly essential. Make notes in a separate paper. Because a brain may forget, but a paper doesn't. A brain may forget, a paper doesn't. So use different colored pencils. Confusing questions in the textbook or your notebook. So you can use different colored pencils. In your notebook, because it will considerably shorten your revision time and improve. Okay, and group discussion. And this is also very good thing for the preparing for a competitive examination. Discuss points with your friends so that you can remember them very well. One among you will ask question and the others try to answer fastly. So group discussion. Your memory of group discussion and not to cancel any points. So group discussion is an unavoidable thing for getting a higher score also, because that will stimulate and quicken your memory. One among you ask question and the others will try to answer. And the final revision, that means the last 3 days. Remember, we have to revise all the 12 subjects of BHMS that we have studied in the last 4.5 years on the last 3 days. But remember, we have some criteria for that. That means the matter values or reports and numbers, etc., and easily forgettable informations like the years in the repertory or the rubrics or the medicines within the rubric, and read the notes you prepared. So remember, all the notes you already prepared on all the 12 subjects of BHMS. For revising that, not the entire textbook, Remember, the notes you prepared for on all the 12 subjects you have to read on the last 3 days. And we have a lot of last moment published in our website, homeobook.com. So download it. Revisions also. We are updating it regularly. Homework are unavoidable for getting a higher score. You must have your own timetable, written timetable. 2 hours for anatomy, 2 hours for physiology, like that. You must have your own timetable, regular assignments. And remember, success is not the result of spontaneous completion. You must set yourself on fire through the regular assignments. And the highway mindset. This is also interesting. Suppose if you are driving your vehicle through a national highway, your headlight is focused very far ahead. But if you are driving at the same time in the city, your headlight is focused in front of your vehicle, not far ahead. But the highway mindset is better for the competitive examination. It is important that we keep our vision far ahead, because these exams are only a window of opportunity to a wonderful life ahead. This exam is an opportunity for a wonderful life ahead, because for preparing for this competitive examination will definitely improve your private practice. You can utilize these points in your private practice. This preparation is not only for the PSC or not only for the AIAPGET, but you can utilize this for the UPSC or any other competitive exam. So highway mindset, that is more better. So do a little every day. Do a little every day. As I said earlier, studying for an examination is a continuous process. Studying for an exam is a continuous process. One that means basis, on a regular basis. That means a definite timetable for every day, not only for Sunday. And when the whole nation is competing with you, preparation is everything. In AIAPGET, UPSC, etc., the whole nation is competing with you. So preparation is everything. You got the point? Now I will give you a good timetable. As per the schedule, we have to sleep for the 8 hours, leisure for 8 hours, and work for the 8 hours. So 2 hours sleep, 2 hours from leisure, and 2 hours from work. you will get 6 hours per day. And this is highly essential. You will get 6 hours per day for the preparation. Okay. So time yourself. Most of the competitive exams are all about time, because you have to answer for a large number of questions within the limited time. In our university examination, we will get 3 hours for answering 10 or 20 questions. Enough time to think. But the scenario is entirely different in the case of competitive. For a large number of questions within the limited time. So stay calm and collected, and don't panic at any stages of the examination when preparing for it or for appearing online, because that may result in disaster in an online examination. So don't when preparing for it or online. So remember, the exams are all about time, and something about the time management. Remember, the model exam or self-assessment is an important part in the preparation, because we are familiar with only 3 hours examination or during the post-graduation. 3 hour examination. We are not familiar with the 1 hour examination or the time less than 1 minute for answering a question. We are not so familiar. So the model exam or assessment is an important part in the preparation. And always remember, examination, but actually we are doing, we will read the entire questions and select the most easiest question and we will answer it. But in a competitive examinations like UPSC, PSC or AIAPGET, never try to read the entire questions, because you will get less than 1 mark also for answering a question. As I said earlier, sometimes you have to take 2 to 3 minutes to read a paragraph, then only to answer. But some questions you can answer within by taking less than 1 minute. And practice as many mock tests as possible near to the examination. Because we are not familiar with the online examination. And always remember, you must have more than 90 correct answers, then no worry. So try to have more than 90 correct answer in any competitive examination. And remember, there is no magic formula for success. Good sense and self-confidence are the key factors. Good preparation, application of common sense, and self-confidence are the 3 key factors. And remember, the second one is also important, application of common sense. That is highly essential in which examination? Application of common sense is highly required in which examination? I will give the state PSC or the AIAPGET or the UPSC or in the AIUSHNET examination. Application of common sense is mostly required in which examination? Yes, very good. Dr. Rukhsar Multani, UPSC. So we'll discuss some questions regarding the UPSC, then you will understand why the common sense is required to answer in UPSC examination. Very good, Dr. Minu Sharma, Dr. Rana, and Dr. Devi, and Dr. Dulla. Application of common sense. Very good. Something about the time to spend on each subject. Remember, that depends on how strong or weak you are in a particular subject. That depends on how strong or weak you are in a particular subject. And second point, you have to spend less time on subjects. But the third point is very important. It is very important not to get stuck with one subject for a too long time. Suppose if you are interested in materia medica, you are reading the most of the time materia medica and neglecting the other subjects. That is too bad. It is very important not to get stuck. And similarly, in the case of practice of medicine also, infection is very easy to read, because that is there in the social and preventive medicine, that is there in the microbiology and parasitology, the infection part. But the CN is something difficult to read, and ultimately you will neglect that. So it is very important not to get stuck with one. Because majority of the people will answer the materia medica, repertory, organon, practice of medicine. They are in conversation with that subjects from materia medica, repertory, organon, etc. So majority of the people will answer for the question from that subjects. But if anybody answering from the non-clinical subjects more, so the non-clinical subjects decide the rank. Non-clinical subjects, remember, the non-clinical subjects deciding the rank. Those who are answering more questions from the non-clinical subjects will get top in the rank list. So never neglect biology, pathology, forensic medicine, etc. The other things, materia medica, repertory, or organon, majority of the people will answer. You got the point? Now the selective study. You just read this cartoon. You got a disease from the chapter which I left as optional during my studies. So the selective study is not at all suitable for a competitive examination. The nook and corner of all the 12 subjects. Nook and corner of all the 12 subjects must read. Selective study is not at all suitable for a competitive examination. You got the point? Yes. Now enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of preparing for avoid anxiety and jealousy. Make preparation a thrilling experience. Then only we can achieve. With a passion, make the preparation a thrilling experience. And this is the only way to consistently give your best in your preparation and enjoy studying. Avoid anxiety and jealousy. Make preparation a thrilling experience. Okay? And utilize it effectively also. And my humble advice to all the candidates. Homeopaths should see opportunity, difficulty, but not difficulty in every opportunity. Homeopaths should see opportunity in every difficulty, but not difficulty in every opportunity. Now we'll discuss something about the multiple choice questions. And these are all multiple choice, etc. So remember, the MCQs may be repeated in many examinations in the same or different format. Remember, just listen to me carefully. If you are going through the MCQ textbooks or the previous question papers, you can answer nearly 35% of the questions. In MCQs may be repeated in many examinations in the same or different format. So you will get nearly 35% if you are revising the previous question papers and also the MCQ textbook. But one thing, you have to read the concerned chapter first. Suppose if you are reading the MCQ from a standard textbook, like Davidson or Hutchison or from the Krishnadas, etc., then only read the MCQs. And if you are reading, if you are going to read the MCQs based on organon of medicine aphorisms, you have to read the aphorism from the textbook first. You have to read the aphorism from the textbook. That is the correct method. And the third point is also very important. Record your reasoning before checking the answers. Record your reasoning before checking the answers. We have an habit. Usually we have a habit that we will not read the entire questions. Before that, we will check the answers from the last part of the textbook. So that's a bad habit. You must record your reasoning before checking the answers. Revise all the question papers and multiple choice questions. You will get 35%. But remember, the MCQs will help to a certain extent only. That will help to a certain extent only. You have to select the book which provide genuine materials picked up from the standard textbook. Good books. That are highly essential for preparing for a competitive examination. Because the books contain the charts, graphs, and other things that's picked up from the based on standard textbook. Yes, Dr. Nigel Singh has answered many times in different examinations. That is very correct. So if you are revising the older question paper, you will get nearly 35%, and also the MCQ textbook. Dr. Minu Sharma, I will give a list of good books, a list of some worthy book. Now the basic concept, that is highly essential. Remember, know the concept. Listen to me very carefully. Tough or tricky questions may not be tricky if you know the basic concept. Basic concept you will get only from the textbook. That you will never get from the previous question paper, that you will never get from the MCQ textbook. I will give you some good example. So you have to read the standard textbook. The syllabus is BHMS. So BHMS textbook must read the standard textbook. Then only the MCQs. Without the basic concept, it is very difficult to answer in a national level examination. Now read this very carefully. Consider the following statement. Medorinum is a gonorrheal preparation. Medorinum. Statement 2. We should begin treatment of gonorrhea with medorinum. Now the question, which of the following is correct in respect of the above statement? Read it very carefully. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are true, and statement 2 is the correct explanation. Both statement 1 and two are true, but statement 2 is not the correct explanation of statement 1. And C, statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. And D, statement 1 is false, but statement 2 is true. Medorinum is good to treat. Medorinum is a gonorrheal preparation. We should begin treatment of gonorrhea with medorinum. So the correct answer in this case is C. That means statement 1 is true, but the statement 2 is false. Now try to answer for this one. A female patient developed gangrene in her finger during winter season. She is instructed to dip her hands in Raynaud's disease, Berger's disease, frostbite, or cyanotic heart disease. The answers are correct. You are given. The correct answer is Raynaud's disease. Raynaud's disease. So they will give some clinical condition. You have to give the diagnosis or the management. So for this, the basic concept on that particular subject is essential, rather than revising the MCQ. Now read this one. Eagle folia belongs to a plant source. The description details of this drug include synonym is bell or BEL fruit, family Compositae. It is distributed in India. Plant. Concentrate on the question only. Eagle folia belongs to a plant source. Synonym is bell fruit, family Compositae. It is distributed in India. Part used for the preparation is the whole plant. Which one of the 1 and 3 only? 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 2 and 3 only. So try to record your reasoning. Try to record your reasoning before checking the answers. So the correct answer is P. That is 1 and 3 only. Synonym is bell. So that's the correct answer. Now, the medicine found under the rubric benevolence in cancer repertory. You can go through the previous question papers. You will find a lot of questions like this. The medicines within the rubric. And remember, they will ask only the 3-mark medicine or the only, not the entire, not the rubric with a large number of medicine. They will ask questions like this. Out of 10 to 15 remedies, only 1 remedy is 3-mark. You have to notify that 3-mark remedy or a single remedy rubrics. So the medicine under the rubric benevolence, yes, very good, very good. The answer is correct. Coffea cruda is a medicine. Benevolence means tendency to do charitable and now read this one from Organon of Medicine. The cure of an old sora that has been deprived of eruptions, whether it may be latent out into a chronic disease, can never be accomplished with sulfur alone. This was written by Hanuman in Organon of Medicine, Materia Medica Pura, Chronic Disease or Lesser Writing. The cure of an old sora that has been deprived. This is from the deprived of eruptions, whether it may be latent and quiescent or already broken into a chronic disease, can never be accomplished with sulfur alone. So this was written Dr. Hanuman in Chronic Disease. So the superficial knowledge is not sufficient to answer for this type of question. Participants answered correctly. Very good. Derivation or gene epidemicus. And unless you read the Organon of Medicine, it is very difficult. Correct answer is A, external means of treatment. So Hanuman refers to this particular phrase, homeopathy avoids everything in the slightest degree enfeebling. That means the external means of treatment. Not sufficient to answer this type of question. Another good one. Consider the following in respect of LM potencies. Aggravation is minimum or absent. Can be repeated more frequently. Effects. So which of the following statement is correct? Which of the following statement is correct? Aggravation is minimum, that everybody knows. Can be repeated more frequently. Effects of the medicine are ascertained earlier. So which of the following statement are correct? The correct answer is A. That is 1 and 2 only. 1 and 2 only. That's aggravation is minimum, can be repeated more frequently. And the effect of the medicine, it is very difficult to assess. So the answer is A, that is 1 and 2 only. Very good. Now read this very carefully. Very carefully. A 65-year-old woman complains of 20-pound weight loss. Diet restrictions. She states that she has just not been very hungry. Complete blood count is normal. Urine analysis is normal. Multiphased chemical screen, thyroid stimulating hormone, chest X-ray and stool for occult blood is also normal. The question, the next most appropriate study would be protein electrophoresis, colonoscopy, blood cultures, short ACTH test. So read the paragraph very carefully, then only answer, because it is not so easy to answer this type of questions unless we have the basic concept. Like that, very good. Now I will give you the explanation. So listen to me very carefully. Involuntary weight loss is almost always due to a serious increased energy expenditure. That is relatively rare. Loss of energy in stool or urine, that's the second cause, and decreased food intake. This is the mechanism of weight loss. In a young person, the most likely cause of weight loss, study now itself, hyperthyroidism, anorexia nervosa, and infection, particularly with the HIV. Our patient is an old patient, 65 years. In older persons, cancer is the most likely cause of weight loss, with diseases, Alzheimer's or depression, that depression being the second most important cause. So we ruled out the causes of the young person and the older person and 3 mechanisms of the weight loss. In the current case, the normal blood count suggests that the upper and lower GIT endoscopy probably would not be useful. So we can rule out the endoscopy because normal CBC and negative stool for the occult blood. So we are ruled out the endoscopy. Second one is, since the patient has normal electrolytes, making the short ACTH test is an inappropriate in the initial diagnostic study. So we are ruled out the ACTH also. Since the patient has no fever, blood cultures are not likely to be revealing. So we can rule out that also. Appropriate in the setting of anemia or abnormal protein excretion urine analysis. In that case, that is normal. So that is useful only in the case of anemia or abnormal protein excretion or urine analysis. A reasonable initial screening for a pancreatic or gynecologic malignancies, that's probably the best initial in this case of occult weight loss in an older individual. So this is a method of ruled out. I mean, the ruling out the medicines. I mean the answers. So abdominal CT, that is a serum protein electrophoresis, colonoscopy, blood cultures, or short ACTs are not useful as an initial. Next is set of about the subject. It is very difficult to answer to this type of question. Remember, my students, my candidates or friends, the basic concept you will get only from the textbook. So without reading the textbook, it is very difficult to answer for a national level examination. It is very difficult because they will twist the questions. So it is not possible to answer for you. If they are twisting. So basic concept, that is highly essential. Now, something about textbook. So it is not advisable to omit any chapter or area. It is not advisable to omit a chapter or area because even a single wrong answer because of the minus mark. To 5 mark. So UPSC seat in that case. So even a single wrong answer can miss a PG seat. So it is not advisable to omit any chapter or area. And you can guess if you can narrow down the answers to 2. Never guess out of 4. But you can guess if you can narrow. Remember, no negative mark for unattended questions. No negative mark for the unattended questions. So there, I will give a list of some recommended books. Please note it down. So always remember the textbook, the standard textbook on all the 12 subjects. That is highly essential. Good books, because this book will provide you a comprehensive outlet to the essential content of the subject with the summaries and tables. That is based on the standard textbook that provide the content with the summaries, tables, and bulleted points, so that it is very easy to remember. Type of books are essential. Read the second slide. Davidson and Harrison are the most standard textbook from which majority of the MCQs are compiled. More than 90% or MCQs based on from the practice of medicine is compiled from Davidson and Harrison. Read at least, but practically it is not possible. We know that practically it is not possible. That is why I will give you a list of good books that is prepared based on the Davidson and Harrison, based on our standard textbook. It is very easy to remember. It is very nothing will be left after 1 or 2 reading. So I will give you a list of good books. So this the first book that is on general medicine, that is SARP, SARP. That is widely used by allopathy people for their postgraduate entrance examination, the super specialty courses. These two books you must buy. SARP. The first one, self-study guide, postgraduate admission test, medicine. SARP series in medicine. You have to buy that book. That costs around 400 rupees or something like that. This book is up. The second book, that is the common book on SARP. So two books are available on SARP. First is a common book. That's the right one, SARP, that you have to buy. That contains a lot of beautiful questions and bulleted points so that everybody can remember it very well. So this is an unavoidable from the subject practice of medicine. Just a second, please. Sorry for the interruption. Yes. So notice the name SARP. That is available in all the bookstops, SARP series. And if you want to know more details about a particular subject, the SARP series on gynecology, SARP series on obstetrics, everything is available. But by the first book, that's SARP, and the second one, SARP series on medicine. Okay, this book is available in. You can purchase it online also. That is available in all the local bookshops also. Review of postgraduate medical entrance examinations. These 3 volumes, volume 1, 2, 3. And now the 13th edition is available in the market. 13th edition is available in the market. The author, Arvind Arora, Amit Tripathi, etc. Topics from this, like this anatomy, physiology, to the practice of medicine, pediatrics, gynecology, whatever it may be. It's a 3-volume book. And the 30th edition is now available in the market. That's also a very good book for preparing for the any competitive examinations for the BHM. Beautiful book. Now we will discuss some homeopathy books. So just note it on. The first book that is highly essential, that is Sangar RP, Prescriber to Alinsky Note. And remember, the majority of the questions from the Materia Medica side are usually from thorough with each and every line on Alinsky Note. Must be thorough with from the heading to last the relationship, dose and potency of every medicine in Alinsky Note. So this book is based on Alinsky Note. That means the question answer type, right side of the questions on Alinsky Note. And this is published by the BGN publishers. And the second one, Patil JD, MCQs in Homeopathy. MCQs in Homeopathy. Then Niranjan Mohanty, another book, another pioneer book, that's MCQs in Homeopathy. And remember, this covers. Then Rajesh M. Patni, MCQs in Materia Medica. Then Patil and Thombre, Gems of MCQ series. Then Crack the Entrance by Dr. Anil K. and Dr. aspirants, because this is a very good book on the Materia Medica. Crack the Entrance by Dr. Anil K. and Dr. Jidesh T.K. And this is not merely an, but that contains a lot of study materials with the graphs, charts, and bulleted points, so that it's very easy to. And the exhaustive MCQs on Materia Medica by A.K. Routry. That's another book. And remember, there are a lot of MCQ books are available in the market. You can purchase them, but these books seems to be more reliable since the market is flooded with MCQs nowadays. But at least try to purchase the like the BGN publishers. Okay. Yes. Now I will give 3 books. These are not merely MCQ books, but contain a lot of study materials, previous question papers on homeopathy from the PSC, UPSC, and PG entrance. That's the name of one book. It's a guide on homeopathy for competitive examination. author Dr. Nani Kumar Singh. Second one, Kaizen, a good book for PSC, Singh. And one question by Dr. Meenu Sharma, sir, does post-graduation entrance preparation books are also good for UPSC too? Definitely, the preparation method is same. Preparation method is same for the PSC, UPSC and AIAPGET. All these books are common. MCQs for UPSC and MD entrance in homeopathy. That is by the former principal of the Nehru Homeopathy Medical College, Dr. V.K. Chauhan. This contains solved multiple choice questions on all the 12 subjects of BHMS. They will answer for one question and give the answer, and they will give the answer is correct or not. So that's the peculiarity of the third book. And these three books that contain a lot of study materials in addition to the multiple choice questions from the previous examination. So always remember about this slide. What they ask in exam, and this is very true in the case of competitive examination. And Dr. Ashan K also the same question, whether these books are all useful for all examination. This is common for all examination. So ask in exam. So that is why we need more preparation. Need more preparation. Majority of the question paper setters are taking questions from online, not by simply reading the textbook. So I will give some good website where you will get hundreds of MCQ in subject that you can freely download also. It's free to download. The first website, that is fleshandbonds.com, fleshandbonds.com. And this website is by the Davidson people. MCQs and true and false questions on all the chapters based MCQ by the fleshandbonds.com by the Davidson people. So MCQs based on all the chapters of Davidson. And the second one, webhealthcenter.com. Web Health Center. Physiology, etc. Everything. You can free to download. webhealthcenter.com. And the third one, I think you are familiar with our website, homeobook.com. This website contains a lot of study materials, lot of MCQs, states across India, from the previous UPSC question paper, from the PGT, AIAPGET question paper, then AYUSHNET question paper, everything is assembled as this, we compiled at homeobook.com. So never forget to visit the study material section and the question paper section in the homeobook.com. Use online.net with good quality multiple choice questions. MCQs online.net. So visit this website, you will get hundreds of thousands of questions on all the different subjects of medicine and homeopathy. Now we'll discuss some mobile applications. You can download it freely from the Google Play Store. High quality mobile applications. There are a lot of mobile applications are there, but I will give some genuine ones that are highly useful for mobile applications. So anatomy MCQ free. So just remember this find in the Google Play Store. Suppose if you type anatomy MCQ, there are a lot of applications will come, but this one is one of the reliable one. This covers over 1,800 anatomy true or false questions for MCQs split into 8 categories, like the upper limb, lower limb, as mentioned in the cunning arms. So this is a very good anatomy. That is the logo. And the second one, medical MCQs. Remember this logo, that's a pencil with a bubble sheet. OMR sheet. So this application that you can download from the Google Play Store, medical MCQs that contain thousands of questions regarding the basic medical subjects from anatomy to pediatrics. Some hundreds of MCQs or thousands of MCQs regarding. The logo is PGMET. That's blue logo with the doctor's emblem. Just remember that while you are searching in the Google Play Store. And this is for doctors and medicals, education through MCQ. This previous question papers of the PG from various universities and states. So there is a separate section for the healthcare through the news section. If you are giving your email ID, they will send you the latest news on health also. So this contains hundreds of questions with the next PG preparation. And remember the logo. That's a Red Cross emblem with MD. That's a logo. Always remember the logo. Otherwise, it is very difficult to find out. And this is India's top medical PG entrance exam preparation and competition platform. Top medical PG entrance MCQs via email when you register. You will receive daily MCQs via email when you register. And remember, explanation, videos, and references, because they will connect each question with the standard textbook, and the page reference is also given. So that is authentic. They will give the exact page number in the standard textbook for the explanation of that particular answer. They will give the video also and reference. And you can compare the performance score with the other PG prep users also. There is a facility, this is a group, you can have useful for the group discussion also. Prep users. Now we'll discuss some good website and applications. Good website and mcqsonline.net. That is also a very good website. smartteach.com. Smartteach.com. Then netmedicos.com. You can take a screenshot of this one. Netmedicos.com. Thousands of questions. Very interesting websites and applications. .com. mrcopHTS.com. Then pgblazer.com. pgblazer.com. So these are all some good websites with a large number of MCQs. Websites. Mock test. Then you will get a free model papers and online mock exam for PG at this website, exams.educationobserver.com. exams.educationobserver.com. And this is because to all the students go through this type of website. Unless we practice it online, it is very difficult to answer for the actual examination. We have to practice online. So in this website, you are provided with the 10 questions each time from a question bank. Each question carry for taking the test. That's for 10 questions, they will give you only 5 minutes. So you will become more fast. For 10 questions, they will give you only 5 minutes. So and you will be provided with a score sheet and correct answer at the end of the test. So every day you can log in into the website and you will get 100 questions at a. So that facility is also available in this website. And some good study materials are also available in this doctorshangout.com. This contains no MCQ, but good anatomy, physiology, pediatric psychiatry, etc. As mnemonics and also need PG study materials. And the IHMA, the Indian Homeopathic Medical Association Kerala, they are also conducting the online examination that is available at exams.ihmakerala.in. exams.ihmakerala.in. We'll have a short break by 12:30. So some offline mobile applications also, some good mobile application for this mock test. We already discussed. So by Dr. Abhishek Gupta, then one good mobile application for homeopathy subject, Homeopathy Knowledge Test App, that you can download from the Google Play Store. Just type it as Homeopathy Knowledge Test App. Then only you will get the correct application. Homeopathy Knowledge. Then you can take it as Homeopathy MCQs. Remember HOMEO, not MOEO, HOMEOPATHY MCQs. Type in Google Play Store like this, Homeopathy MCQs. Then another highly interesting one that contains 70,000 plus MCQs. That is useful for the PSC, UPSC, and PG entrance and any other national level examination or state level examination. 70,000 plus MCQs. You just type in Google Play Store like this, NEET, IMS, PGI like that. And remember, my dear students, remember, nowadays majority of the students are preparing like this. So unless we are also the examination, unless we are also preparing by utilizing this type of medical applications, mobile applications, or the website or MCQ text MCQs, it is very difficult to win a national or state level examination. And famous software by the Dr. Jawahar Shah sir, Somio. There is an offer. $45,000 you have to pay for the software, but Dr. Jawahar Shah are giving free trial for 90 days. Okay. And the question bank in Zoom, there is a question bank available in the software from anatomy, forensic medicine, gynecology, material medical, etc. There are a lot of questions and answers. So utilize this question bank in Homeopathy Somio software, and that is available from physiology, then pharmacy, organ, etc. MCQs. You can answer it and find out your score. Okay. So the Jawahar Shah sir is giving you free of cost for 90 days. That is MCQ. And my advice: leave the past baggage behind. Leave the past baggage behind. Never depend on your past achievements or failures. Suppose you succeeded in a state level examination, same type of success in a national level examination. Similar to the failures also. I failed in the state level examination, so that how can I achieve a national level examination? Never depend upon your past failures or the achievements. Never depend. No one can go through the rigorous preparation process without a high level of motivation, hard work. No one can go through the rigorous preparation process. So just watch the next slide. So this is the last year AIAPGET top examination. She is from Malappuram district of Kerala. She was my student. Now she is doing the post-graduation in our Government Homeopathy Medical College, Calicut. And the two kids that seeing on the right side. With these two kids, she studied very well and topped the rank 1 in a national. Okay. So the attitude that determines everything. With these two kids, she prepared for a national level examination and scored the first rank in 2000. It's everything. A small change in attitude makes big difference. A small change in attitude makes big difference. Your attitude determines your altitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. with these two kids. Just to see the innocence in that kids. Anyway, I'm congratulating my student, Dr. Nihila. Okay. Perspective. Always remember, one or two prescribed study materials only. Never depend upon that only. It is very important to broaden your perspectives by reading the standard textbook. One question by one chat by with her two babies, we too can. Yes, very good, Dr. Chowdhury. And Dr. One question by Dr. Amanpreet Singh. Sir, I want to ask that colleges in Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, then many more having government colleges are not giving the seat to the other state aspirants. So that's a dilemma in 5%, 10% or 15% reservation in all India level. So that's a dilemma that we can try to correct in future. Not by the central government. That may be the one reason. And you can expect the unexpected also. Most of the competitive exams are through surprises that can catch you on guard. Always remember technical problems or the twisted questions or the tough questions, etc., etc. So most competitive and remember the famous words of the Dr. Swami Chinmayananda. You cannot get into the fire without getting hot. You cannot get into the fire without getting hot. And you cannot get into the ocean without Chinmayananda. And another question by Dr. Amarpreet. What rank do we need to qualify for a government college? That depends upon the state. Anyway, if you are getting the top rank, you can opt in any state across India. Because they might have to... And Dr. Fatima Tabassum Khan, we will give you a detailed list of PG colleges now itself. Okay. Now, can anybody suggest the difference, main difference between the state PSC, AIAPGET? Anybody cite the difference between these three examinations? State PSC examinations in homeopathy, like the Kerala PSC or the UP PSC, AIAPGET, or the UPSC examination. Can anybody cite the difference? The main difference. No, the UPSC, the publisher of this the questions from an application level. By giving some clinical condition, you have to give the diagnosis or you have to give the medicines like that. So without reading the standard textbook, it is very difficult to answer the last year UPSC homeopathy medical officer question papers. And we are really congratulating that 12 doctors, they got selected for the UPSC last year. It's a tough work because they will ask on the application level for. So that's very essential. Okay. One question by tester. Can you give the main database for online references in medicine and biochemistry? That I already given some good website and medical application. You will get all these things from. You will get all this thing, this type of databases in that website. Yes, Fatima Tabassum Khan, you are right. With practical application level question they will usually ask. And the photograph based questions also. In majority of the national level or state level examination, nowadays they adopt a technology that's the 10% images in any national or state level examination that is based on photographs. So read the caption of the photograph in the standard textbook, and the practice of medicine images are mainly from Hutchison. practice of medicine images are mainly from, they will take from Hutchison. So read the Hutchison, concentrate on the photograph, and read the captions very carefully. So what is the cutoff mark in AIAPGET this year? Question by Dr. Arvind. That is a 50%. 50% mark. That's the cutoff mark in AIAPGET. And something about some general knowledge or aptitude. And also for the Ayush NET examination. NET examination means that's the entrance test for the PhD examination. General knowledge and aptitude test. And we have collected all this type of notes in a one single page that is available in our website, homeobook.com. You can download it later. That's a aptitude test, etc. That is useful for the various state examination. And Ayush NET, National Eligibility Test for the PhD entrance, that is available. That's homeobook.com. Available in this website. You can download it. So now the important thrust areas. I think that we will discuss after a 5 minutes break. You might be fed up with a lot of data. I have no problem because we are taking the classes for the graduates and postgraduates for 2 to 3 hours, and I have no problem. After 5 minutes, take a break, take a coffee, and come back after 5